chasing me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say. It's stamping up and it's our way.
Hi everyone, it's Pauline again from Stamp with Pauline, and today I'm just showing some more variations on how to change a card that you've already created using a stamp set. So I have just completed the other week a card class, and this is the stamp set we use, which is the beautiful Wishes. And this stamp set, let me just recall, is it beautiful? Sorry, Delightful Wishes. Sorry, it's Delightful Wishes. And Delightful Wishes, I'm going to be converting it out and using the stamp set that one of the other ladies got in the bundle. And that is the Twisted in Time. So I'm going to be swapping it out and using this one. Just using the same supplies that I have done on this card though. So you might have seen on a previous video that I did a different card with it, and so now I'm going to give this one a go. So I'll flip the camera and we'll see how that goes. So to start off with, I'm just going to put that card over there for a sec. I've got a base layer of Old Olive cardstock, and that's an A4 sheet cut directly in half. That makes 2 base cards. Then I've got a piece of Designer Series paper, and I'll measure this Designer Series paper so that if you wish to create this card, you can do that with us. And so that is 9 centimeters by 13.5 centimeters. And if you're doing inches, it is 3 and what's that? 3 and 8/16 of an inch. So, and then the other direction is 5 and 5/16 of an inch. So a little bit bigger than 5 1/4 there. So yep, so that's the Designer Series paper. I've got some scrap yellow. I've got some scrap lemon lolly. So this is crushed curry and some lemon lolly. I've got a little strip of Old Olive, and that is 3.5 centimeters by 10.2 centimeters, and inches it is 1 and 3/8 of an inch, and 4 and about 4 inches, a little bit bigger than just 4 inches. So what I'm going to do now is just take this piece of Designer Series paper and going to just cut that over and just make a banner from the edge to the end. All right, and then that piece is going to go there. The Old Olive gets glued on to here, and I've got a piece of the Designer Series paper, and it's those circled ones. So the circle dies are all around it, all dies. So just going to use that. All right, so we can actually just go right ahead and glue all of these pieces onto our base card. Like that. And down it goes. Then the Old Olive. And that goes there. And then the circle. And that is going slightly off all sides like so. All right, I am going to be using the Happy Birthday from this this set because I think it will look really nice with that. Now to decide on what to do with my other with my tree and my flowers and whatever else comes in this. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take the Happy Birthday. I'm going to grab hold of my Old Olive ink pad, and I'm going to take just a scrap piece of cardstock, and what I'm going to do is just ink up the happy birthday. I don't want the A happy birthday. And then I'm just going to stamp that down, and then I'm going to cut that out using the dies from the Delightful Wishes stamp set. So it has some dies that go with it. So I'm going to cut that out with that die. So that is my sentiment done. I have run that through twice, once so that the die is close up to the one end of the happy, and then run it back through the die machine again so that I get the birthday at that end. So that is all I wanted on that piece. What I've gone ahead and done using the Crushed Curry cardstock and the Crushed Curry ink, I have stamped the tree, stamped the branches, and I have cut those out, and I'm going to be sticking those onto here. So I'm going to take my tree and pop some dimensionals on there. All right, get rid of the scraps. Okay, and then I'm just going to position my tree here, and I'm going to take a bit of mounting foam strip, just going to use a bit of the foam strip to add my sentiment, and that will go onto there, and then just remove the back, and then I'm going to position my happy birthday here. And just to finish the card off so it looks the same as the other one, I'm going to grab hold of my mini glue dot, and just here going to add a tiny little trinket just of one of the little bumblebees. Down he goes, and that is the card done. I'm just going to stamp and make the inside, decorate the inside maybe with a little bit of the Designer Series paper as well. So that is the card. Again, like I said, the only thing I did do differently on here, which I realise is just I didn't do the splatters, so I've just it's not quite exactly the same, but I've used the same ingredients and the same supplies and the same layout for that. So that is the card ready to go. All right, I will see you next time. Bye.
What we love, what we do, makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration